what is the congruence? Congruency means if two figures are exactly same size and shape, then they are called the congruent figure. Okay. Then we learn about the congruent plane figure. You can draw any shape, and if two shapes are of same size, then they are called the congruent plane figure. If we take the line segment, if two lines are of exactly same size, means if their length are same, then they are called the congruent line. After that we learn about the congruent angle. If two angles are of equal measure, then they are called the congruent angle. And at last we learn about the congruent triangle. Now what is a congruent triangle? If two triangles are exactly same, how can we say that they are exactly same or not? If we take the trace copy of first triangle and superpose on second one, and if they completely cover each other, then they are called the congruent triangle. In congruent triangle, we learn three criteria, that is corresponding lines, corresponding vertices, and corresponding angles. So today we will solve some example related to correspondence of triangle. So let's start. For triangle PQR corresponding to the triangle ABC. Now this corresponding is very important. It means P is correspond to A, Q is correspond to B, and R is correspond to C. Write all corresponding parts. If this kind of question is given, then you need to write corresponding. How many parts are there in a triangle? 3 vertices, 3 sides, and 3 angles. So you need to write the all correspondence for a triangle. So let's start with the corresponding vertices. Corresponding vertices. Now, vertex P is correspond to A, vertices Q correspond to B, and R correspond to C. So these are the corresponding vertices. Now corresponding sides. So if we consider side PQ, then it is correspond to P is correspond to A and Q is correspond to B. So it is correspond to AB. PQ is correspond to A. Now next line segment PQR. Q that is correspond to B and R is correspond to C. So we can write BC. So QR is correspond to BC. And next R, or you can write PR. So R is correspond to C here and B is correspond to A. So RB is correspond to C. Now corresponding angles. Consider angle P that is correspond to angle A. Angle Q correspond to angle B, and angle C correspond to angle R correspond to angle C. So these are the corresponding parts of triangle if this correspondence is given. Now next one, for triangle XYZ correspond to triangle CAB. Now here you can see XYZ means X is correspond to C, Y is correspond to A, and Z is correspond to B. So write all the corresponding parts same as the previous example. So corresponding vertices, that are X is correspond to C, Y is correspond to A, and Z is correspond to B. Now you can write corresponding side. So here XY is correspond to CA. X is correspond to C, so we write C here, and Y is correspond to A, so it is C. Now YZ is correspond to AB and ZX is correspond to BC. Now corresponding angles. So here we can write angle X is correspond to angle C, angle Y is correspond to angle A, and angle Z is correspond to angle B. Now let's start exercise 7.1 of textbook. So here complete this statement. First, two line segments are congruent. When two line segments are called congruent, if they are of same length. So we can write if they are of same length, or you can write if length are same. When two lines are congruent, if they are of same length. Among two congruent angles, one has measure 70 degree. The measure of other angle is if two angles are equal, or you can say if two angles are congruent. Now we learn about the congruent, and we say that if two angles are congruent, then they are of same measure. And if two angles are of same measure, then they are called the congruent angles. So if one angle is 70 degrees, then other angle is also of 70 degrees. Then only they are called the congruent angles. When we write angle A is equal to angle B, we actually mean that, what we mean, if we write angle A is equal to angle B, it means they are corresponding angles, or you can write congruent angles. So we can write angle A is congruent to angle B. We actually mean that they are congruent angles. If two angles are equal, then they are congruent. Now question number 2. Give two real life example of congruent shape. In the starting of this chapter, I already told you many examples that are congruent object. You can say stamp, you can say 10 rupees note. So we need to write that real life example. So you can consider 10 rupees notes. You can consider basketball that are of same size and shape. So consider basketball. You can consider stamp also. So these are the example of congruent shape. Now next, if triangle ABC is correspond to triangle FED, under the correspondence, ABC correspond to FED. Write all the corresponding congruent part of the triangles. So as we learned in previously how to write the corresponding parts of triangle. Here correspondence is given. So A is correspond to F, B is correspond to E, and C is correspond to D. So let's write corresponding vertices. So corresponding vertices, A is correspond to F, B is correspond to E, and C is correspond to D. Now corresponding side. So here AB is correspond to FE, BC is correspond to ED, and CA is correspond to DF. So these are the corresponding sides. Now corresponding angles. So here angle A is corresponding to angle F, angle B is correspond to angle E, and angle C is correspond to angle D. So these are the corresponding part under this correspondence of triangle ABC correspond to FED. Now question number 4. If triangle DEF is congruent to triangle BCA, write parts of triangle BCA that is correspond to. So here you need to write the parts that is correspond to E, correspond to EF, correspond to F, and correspond to D. Okay. So here this corresponding congruent part are given. It means D is correspond to B, E is correspond to C, and F is correspond to E. Clear? Under this correspondence you can write D is correspond to B, E is correspond to C, and F is correspond to A. So now write angle A, E, that is correspond to C. So it is correspond to angle C. EF. Now E is correspond to C and F is correspond to A. So EF is correspond to CA. Now angle F. So angle F is correspond to A. So you can write angle A. Now DF. So D is correspond to B. So we can write D and F is correspond to A. So that is A. So DF is correspond to B. So these are the corresponding part under the congruent triangle DEF congruent to triangle BCE. Two examples are given, first and second, and you need to write all corresponding parts for these two triangles. Now after that corresponding parts, we learn some important thing of the correspondence of triangle, that are criteria for correspondence of triangle. In this chapter we will learn about the four criteria. So let's start with the first criteria, that is SSS. Now if I give you one length of side, for example draw a triangle in which one side is 5 cm. So if you all draw a triangle in which one side is 5 cm, then is it possible that all triangles of yours are same? No, it is not possible. Why? Because it is possible that other two sides may be unequal. If I give you 5 cm, then you draw one triangle like this. This is here. This side is 5 cm. Now I draw another triangle in which this side is 5 cm. So are these two triangles congruent? No, because only one side are same. These two sides might be not same. So that's why if one side is given, then it is not possible to draw a triangle which are congruent. Means it is not possible to draw an equal triangle if one side is only given. Now if I give you two sides, for example this side is 6 cm and this is also 6 cm, then is it possible to draw same triangle? No, it is possible that this side is 3 for this triangle, this is 4 for this triangle. Okay, so if two sides are given, then it is also not possible to draw a same triangles. But if I give you three sides, for example if I give you three sides, that is draw a triangle with one side is 5 cm, second side is 6 cm and third side is 3 cm. Here, so this side will be also 3 cm. Now, these two triangles are congruent. Why? Because all three sides are given, that is 6 cm, 5 cm and 3 cm for this triangle, and for this triangle it is 5 cm, 6 cm and 3 cm. Means now all three sides are same, so these two triangles become congruent triangle. Clear? So if three sides of a triangles are equal, then they are called the congruent triangle. And if the triangles are congruent, then we can write the corresponding parts. It means that angles are also equal, that sides are also equal, and the vertices are equal. So what is the SSS criteria? First we learn SSS criteria. If under the given correspondence, the three sides of one triangle are equal to the three corresponding sides of another triangle, then triangles are congruent. So if we have a triangle like this, PQR, and this is X, Y and Z. Now if this side is 6 cm, this is also 6 cm, and if this one is 7 cm, here YZ is 7 cm, this is 5 cm, and on this triangle XZ is 5 cm. Now in this two triangle, three sides are equal. So we can write PQ is correspond to XY. Why? Because PQ is equal to x. For next, QR is equal to YZ and RT is equal to XZ. That's why we can write the corresponding part. Triangle PQR is congruent to, P is congruent to X. Here Q is congruent to Y and R is congruent to Z. So we can write triangle PQR is congruent to triangle XYZ. When we can write this? When three sides are same. And if three sides are same and triangles are congruent, means their corresponding parts are also equal. Means angle P is equal to angle X, angle Q is equal to angle Y, angle R is equal to angle Z. Now here example 2 is given based on SSS criteria. So here in a triangle ABC and RPQR, AB is 3.5, BC is 7.1 and AC is 5 cm. So let's draw a triangle in which AB, that is 3.5 cm, BC is 7.1 cm and AC is 5 cm. So let's consider this is a triangle ABC. Now PQ. So here we can draw 7.1. PQ is 7.1. QR is 5 cm. So let's draw 5 cm here. And this one will be 3.5 cm. Examine whether the two triangles are congruent or not. Here AB is equal to RP, BC is equal to PQ and AC is equal to R. So we can write AB is equal to PR. So we can write AB is correspond to RP. Now BC is equal to PQ, that is 7.1 cm. So we can write BC is correspond to PQ. Now next, CA is equal to QR, that is of 5 cm. This is 5 cm and this one is also 5 cm. So we can write CA is correspond to QR. So which are the congruent part? Here A, here B and D, and here it is P and B. So B is correspond to P. Now for next one C and here Q. So C is correspond to Q and remaining A is correspond to R. So if yes, write the congruent relation in symbolic form. Now here three sides are same. So we get the three correspondence. B is correspond to P, C is correspond to Q and A is correspond to R. So by SSS criteria, these two triangles are congruent. So you can write by SSS it is congruent. So these triangles are congruent by SSS means side criteria. Now write the corresponding relation. So we can write in symbolic form triangle BCA, or you can write ABC is correspond to triangle PQR. Now let's take one more example based on SSS criteria. So here example 3 is given in your textbook. In figure, AD is equal to CD and AB is equal to CD. So here the figure is given, you can see AB is equal to BC and AD is equal to CD. Okay, so this thing is given in the figure. State the three pairs of equal parts in triangle ABC and triangle CBD. Now in figure the statement is written that two sides are same, and you can see this is the common side of this triangle. If we consider triangle ABD, for this triangle BD is length. Now for this triangle BCD, BD is one more line segment, and for both triangle this BD is common side. So length of BD will be same for both triangle AD is equal to CD, AB is equal to CB, and last BD is equal to BD. Reason is what? It is common side. Now we apply the SSS criteria because three sides are equal. Okay, so here the three pairs of the sides are AD is equal to CD, AB is equal to CB, that is given, and BD is equal to BD. Reason is what? It is a common side of two triangles. Now next, each triangle ABD is correspond to CBD, Y or Y. Now if we consider this corresponding angles, then A is corresponding to C, B is corresponding to B, and D is correspond to D. So A is correspond to C, B correspond to B, and D correspond to D. So correspondence is given right. So yes, triangle ABD is congruent to triangle CBD. Reason is what? By SSS criteria. If we apply SSS criteria, then you can see here A is common. So according to A, corresponding to it is correspond to C. Now here next, you can see here B and B is common, and here B and B is common. So B is correspond to B, and remaining D is correspond to D. So A is correspond to C, B is correspond to B, and D is correspond to D. So by SSS criteria, it is correct. Now, does BD bisect angle ABC? Give the reason. Now, if the two triangles are corresponding, now what is the corresponding means? They are congruent, and we learn in the starting of that chapter that corresponding or congruent means what? They are of equal size and equal shape. Now, size is same, it means that angles are also same. So here, if we return that ABD is equal to angle DBC, or you can write CBD. Reason is what? Because they are corresponding triangles, and it means that angles are also equal. Now, if these two angles are equal, means this whole angle is bisect by BD, so we can write BD bisect angle ABC. If two angles are equal, then BD will bisect ABC, means it's divide ABC into two equal